I got 1,000 stories I can tell you, but 1,000,000 stories I cannot. These are the stories that I can tell you, from the people that made it out. Real stories, real people, real talk, concrete conversation.
Then I was raised on Huey Street. I'm a North Sider,
Shout out.
born and raised. Childhood was like, we were kind of middle to low class. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't the struggle or whatever. My mom worked hard.
True.
A lot of people don't know I went to Catholic school my first 5 years of life, me and my siblings. Okay. Shout out St. Adalbert.
Nice. That's the hood.
Yeah, I went to St. Adalbert before I transferred to public school.
Nice.
And then that was believe it or not, living in the hood and like dealing with the hood niggas, you know what I'm saying?
But then going to
school was something different,
Strict.
And it was kind of like a shock to me, you know, and no, it was more lenient. I was used to the strictness of the Catholic school and, to get there and see the kids like wilding like they were and kind of tripping or whatever. That was kind of different.
Definitely.
But it was cool because I knew a lot of the dudes from the block and I didn't know a lot of the girls though. So they kind of didn't care for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you know my boyfriend? Why you talking to my brother? All that stupid stuff. But
exactly.
Childhood was cool, until my family was affected by the crack epidemic, you know what I'm saying, that everyone was. And so a lot of my, some of my siblings, my cousins, different things like that or whatever, they all went through that. And so then life changed for me as I knew it once my mother had to take custody of my nephews. And so they came to live with us.
Became
and so
brothers and sisters.
And so parent to the children, kind of thing. And so then that kind of changed the dynamic moving forward for me, kind of grew up a little faster.
And what was the things that you would see through that situation of dealing with family coming to stay with you and family you had to see go through their own struggles as far as drug addiction? What was like a certain thing that stood out the most to you when you was young, seeing situations like that?
One thing that I remember heavy is like things that my sister went through. And so, there were times she would leave and then she would come back beat up. Or, come back from a rape or whatever, you know what I mean? And so, being a kid and seeing your big sister come through the door, hurt, crying, crying for my mom, going through this and that. And it was, scary and it was a shock and it was tripping me out. And then once it continued, though, I'm like, something's wrong. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't just like a 1-2 thing. It's like almost all the time
Was you like really previous, or basically they kept things away from you in a certain sense, or was it wide open where you knew what was going on, or was you too young at the time to figure out what was popping?
No, they kind of tried to keep things away, but I was the baby of the family and my mom's right hand. So it was kind of like, everything as it was going on, I'm right here with you as well. So, wasn't exposed to, anything like that, but it was just like once it came into the door, everybody was exposed to it,
And how was it when the cousins or the nephews and nieces and shit, what I'm saying, came into the crib? How did that change the dynamic of the family that was already in place? Was it a little bit harder?
Yeah, definitely. Once you the structure is set and then you look up and you got like 3 babies, you know what I'm saying, that just come in or whatever. And, each of them going with their issues and, the parenting and things like that. Like
and
my
your
mother,
moms took that on?
My mother took that
Shout
on
out
and
to
my dad.
fucking moms.
Yeah, my mom and my
real
dad.
Shit
Real
pops.
talk. Real
That's
talk.
love, man.
My mother took them all in and raised them, until they became
man.
grown and went away to do their own thing,
So from what you're saying, family structure really meant everything growing up.
Definitely.
And do you think that's where your sense of loyalty came from as a person?
I know it is. Yeah, I know it is because I had no other choice. You know what I mean? I saw my mom go from, she brought our home. She married my stepfather, first and foremost. Like I was born into marriage, but her and my daddy got divorced early. So she remarried and I never call him my stepdad. That's my dad. That's my father. You know what I mean? Man. He raised me till he left here, you know. And so they just took it all in, you know what I mean? And he was just such a great man that, like I said, he was our stepdad and stuff. And, but we were his kids.
Was pops, man.
Those his grandkids. It was never a second thought when they needed to come in, you know what I mean? So it was dope, and it was a blessing. And so, the loyalty that I received for sure because, I saw them go through and they were always loyal to us. So I just always felt like I'm going to be loyal to the people, in my life.
Damn right. No, that's love, man. Yeah. That's really love. So after that situation took place, going through things as a young child, seeing things different, basically seeing the game, the hood as it may be, you know what I'm saying? What age did you really come off the porch to really indulge into like independency as yourself?
Yeah. I came off the porch like 13, you know what I'm saying? Like early, 13. And it was just a lot happening in the hood at that time. You know what I'm saying? And it was like they were making you choose to, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, you kind of had to, get active or get out the way kind of thing,
Because everywhere you went, you had to choose a something. Yeah. You had to.
Definitely.
Back then, you had to. You had to be affiliated with something, especially from where you were from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and especially with your family. You know what I'm saying? Being in that, so a lot of people are descendants of, you know what I'm saying, the gang. And so once it gets to that point, so it was probably like 13 when, it got to like, oh, okay, I know, you know what I'm saying? I felt like, okay, I know what's to it. Yeah, like, I can make this move a little better and do something different.
And who was, if you can indulge, who was one of the main people in your life at the time that kind of guided you and helped you through that process? Because we all have somebody, it could be an OG, it could be, you know what I'm saying, an older family member that's in the game that's doing what they doing, you know what I'm saying? Did you have people like that around you to kind of show you the ropes at a young age?
You know what? It wasn't even so much show me the ropes. Like I watched my big brother.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. And he was definitely active. And, you know what I mean? On his stuff. And I always, because it was 4 of us.
Gotcha.
And so my mom would split us up at 2 and 2. And so my 2 sisters would go together. I always went with my brother.
Okay.
So I seen all the activity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I liked it. It was,
and I liked it.
I seen it and I liked it. And I'm like, man, he was like my first hero.
Damn
you
right.
know, for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? Like I love, and still to this day, I love my brother. Hell you know what I mean? We the 2 Geminis, we locked in, and so
y'all locked in. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, so that's where it come from, running up under him. But he guided me as much as he could, you know. And then he was going back and forth to prison a lot, so you know what I'm saying? Like losing him changed a lot of things as well.
Because it's almost like you had to figure out some things on your own a little bit,
right?
Yeah, as you got older.
And the other siblings and things, they weren't on that what I was on.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? So
well, you said it was the 2 and the 2.
Mm-hmm.
So the other 2 was
that being girls, so being women and stuff, dating, whatever. And then I'm the baby, I'm the younger girl. They don't want me tagging along, and stuff. And
so you went with the brother.
I went with my brother, so I got on more hood shit. That's more like being around the boys and dating.
What's something you can indulge on? Something that stands out to you the most when it comes to hood shit when you was younger. Mm-hmm. As you said, like 13 years old, jumping off the porch, learning the game, seeing the game and what's popping off, you know what I'm saying? The activity, the gang life that's popping off. What was one situation that stands out to you the most that you was like, man, I'm in and this is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Locally in South Bend, I could say something that stand out right now. We had took it was like a point where people started getting killed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the standing point and the defining line for me. You know what I'm saying? That was when I went and got my first pistol. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. And, when I started trapping and, stuff like that. When the whole, South Bend, how we broke up in our sides, North side, or whatever. And so, once dog life was, you know what I mean? When they came through stomping or whatever, you feel me? Essentially, they made us become the North. The North was beefing amongst ourselves. We were over there kids, doing whatever. But when people were leaving and going to the mall and coming back jumped and
Scottsdale.
It got to, you know what I mean? Like all that shooting and all that kind of stuff. It was like, hold up. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna be one of them. And so.
Did you have any peoples or friends or family on different sides and stuff? How was that situation? If you can, you see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
I'm good at what I do. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I learned later on that my daddy's side of the family comes from the Southeast side.
Wow.
At the time, I had no idea. So, I could say now, honestly, you know what I'm saying, fighting with family, I just shot at my cousins, didn't even know they were my cousins.
That's crazy.
We learned we were family at a family reunion we had.
Later on,
it's so crazy.
Shit.
Later on, no, actually, it was maybe a year and a half down until the beef as shit was getting active. Yeah. So it was so ironic. I took a couple of the hood niggas with me to my family reunion. Once I come meet my daddy, whatever. Yeah. We pull up. It was out at Potato Creek.
Yeah.
We pull up out here, to see the family. Yeah. We pulling up. We see the ops. You know what I'm saying? Nigga hold up, is that, you know what I mean? And literally, my daddy and my uncles got in the middle of us, what y'all family, y'all tripping, you know what I'm saying? And it's nah, we about to smoke the whole park. We about to smoke the park out, you know what I'm saying? In another way, real life. True and then it's when I learned, these are your cousins. And I mean, your real blood cousins, not no
after
cat.
That was established at the park, how did the interactions take place with the... Because I remember these times when shit was real.
Definitely.
Sides didn't go to different sides.
No, you couldn't.
Exactly.
You could not.
That's exactly true. South side, north side, that was always some shit.
Yeah.
So when it was established that, this is your family, this is your cousin, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Y'all, what y'all doing ain't cool because it's y'all family. What was the interactions at the time and afterwards as it took place? You know what I'm
saying? I don't know if it mattered to anybody.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? To be absolutely honest with you. Like, I don't know if it mattered. Yeah, because it was just a lot that had went on at that point. Shit. And it's kind of, you know, when it's like, I don't know these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And you still young and whatever. But now, mind you, now as adults, we're all cool. We family. We love each other. It's all love. You know what I mean? But like at that exact point, it changed nothing the next day.
That's
like,
crazy.
You know.
So the mindset of basically was just stuck in the mode of what y'all was in.
Yes.
You choose the side, so this is the side you're gonna be on, and this house gonna be.
I mean, some of y'all the same dudes. Like I said, we just went through that at the Gusmacker with y'all last weekend. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I think this dude, the one that hit me. I don't care, you my cousin. Nigga, now I might know where you at and where you feel. You know what I mean? It was that kind of time for me.
Wow. So. That's crazy. And I remember ridiculous. The Gusmacker though, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, Gusmacker used to be fucking cracking.
Listen, amazing.
People that don't understand the Gusmacker, that shit was crazy as shit. It was a basketball tournament that took place and fucking everybody would be out there.
Yeah, some of the best players in the city. Man. They would put them team together and be out there going crazy. Yeah.
I love the Gusmacker back in the day. That was a good old time, man.
Yeah, we tore it up, unfortunately.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
You live and you learn.
You do. So like basically after the situation, you deep in the game. You're doing what you got to do. Obviously, you're becoming an independent woman. Therefore, you know what I'm saying, you want to get some independent money.
Right.
What was the route you took for that situation? Because I know being in a certain element, in a certain game, there's only a certain way to roll. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How was you rocking back in the day, and how steps you took to get what you needed to get?
Yeah.
At the time, statutes of limitations.
Of course. You know, I say, like I said, due to what I had seen in the environment or whatever, you know, trapping and hustling was immediate. So
true.
It went hand in hand when I sent for I got a 380 was my very first gun ever. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go.
We all had a 380.
Right, had the cute little 380 and had went and sent for my first 8-ball.
Nice.
And boom, you feel me? I'm about to get it. I'm finna get
Did you cut him up or anything? Little nice tall?
Listen, I got a little chunk off. Okay. You feel me? I didn't have no bench at the time. Little chunk off. I'm like, okay, bag this up.
Yeah.
Put the rest up.
Yeah.
I'm hide the rest, you know what I'm saying, in my room.
Yeah.
Man, son, I come home.
Yeah, yeah.
I come home.
Somebody was cleaning?
Man, they done went in there, got all the things, okay? All of the family just like in the kitchen, just like waiting on me.
Yeah.
My mom like, you got this bullshit at my house?
Wow.
It was up.
Wow.
She was so mad. You know what I'm saying? She was extremely angry.
How'd that make you feel at the time? Like if you could go back and put yourself in that situation.
At the time, I was petrified. Like I was so scared. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you know, like one foot in, one foot out. I'm still a child, you know, and I was raised with all of the proper things. You know what I'm saying? And I know I shouldn't have this shit in my mama's house. I know I shouldn't be doing it. My mom always provide for us, you know, whatever. But shit, I want the Jordans like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, I got some nice little new shoes on, but I ain't got the things. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted things, and I thought that was the way to go, you know, or whatever. And went and grabbed it, put it up, and now check how they did me, though.
Yeah.
One sister, like, because I could take this and go, you know, I'm going to just take it to my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he just go, you know, I'm going to get it out the house, mama, da. So I'm like, hey, bring me some of my bread back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, let's split it at least. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The other one, I could go, I'm going to get rid of this gun.
Yeah.
Hey, they just took all my stuff.
Took everything.
They just robbed. That was the first time I was ever
robbed. You just robbed my mom's and sisters.
They hit a lick on me, okay? Like, shit.
That's what's up. Now, did that put like a form of like caution in the way you move?
Definitely taught me how to move after that.
Because I know one thing that I always try to live by in life, you never really shit when you sleep.
Yeah.
Because shit can get real sketchy at the times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always recognize that. Was that something that put something forth in your mind?
That was the first time I learned it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like real talk. You know, that was the very first time. And it never happened again. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing, you know? So it was a learning lesson. But then from there, I will say once I started work on my 16th birthday. Nice. My very first job.
Nice.
The day I could work. I'll never forget, it was a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I worked at Value City Furniture. You remember that place?
I remember Value City. Value City was a lick.
Listen, I got off work. Excuse me. I got out of school and had my dad take me straight to the place.
Yes,
and I was super excited. Yeah. I'm like, I'm finna get this bag. You know what I'm saying? And I already know trapping, whatever, but I'm like, nah, we finna get this bag.
Did you have a link in there, yo? They used to hook you up?
For Value City? No, let me tell you.
We had some peoples, man.
Let me tell you how them people did me. I think I may have been one of like 2 or 3 little black girls that all got hired in the same little group.
Yeah.
Of course, one of them stealing.
Yeah.
To them, we all were stealing.
True.
I worked there for like a week.
Damn.
The racial tension was so ridiculous in the way they was treating us after the first girl. I was like, man, I ain't got to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? And now you remember the Burger King that was across the way.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, go get me another job. It was like I was in my bag after, you know what I mean? I had things I wanted to do. I need me a car. I need to, whatever. So
and
now
was it the same type of shit?
No, of course, once I got into like fast food,
it was cool like that.
Took off manager, you know what I'm saying? I was on that, couple jobs at a time when I could, you know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. Definitely. Yeah. I always just wanted to get some money.
Definitely. That's the mode. Mm-hmm. So when you got into the situation of working and steady, like you said before in the past talk that you had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Mm-hmm. Was it still the same situation when you was working and doing the thing 1 foot, 1 foot out?
Yeah, always. Really? Always, yeah.
Wow.
Going to school, get out of school, go to work.
Yeah.
Get out of work.
Yeah.
And like I said, unfortunately, you know what I mean? So much of the environment, the neighbors, the family members, whatever, that's what y'all own. So to get off work and go swing by, you know what I mean, and tap in and get a few more dollars on the end before I go home. Yeah. Tell my mom I had to work an extra hour. You know what I mean? Stop over there and go get that bag.
How old were you at 16?
16.
16 on doing 16, what you was doing.
Getting to it, yeah.
Getting to it. Damn.
Trying to, thought I was anyway.
We all thought we was grown, you know what I'm saying? We all did at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when was the first, because I remember you mentioned on the thing, if you can indulge when we talked earlier, when was the first time you got introduced to the actual gang lifestyle, like as far as in when they accepted you as not just a female part of the situation, but actually like one of the homies, like for real?
Yeah, that was probably initiation at like 13. It was probably like 14 by like once I had put in, I would say, enough work on that type of level just to be, I was just one of the bros, you would say back then, call us that back then, but just a SOS, you know what I'm saying? Always willing to aid and assist.
Damn right.
Call,
And obviously your brother being part of the situation, like you said before, that was definitely like, you know what I'm saying, the link in as far as in like, this is the homie, this is what she want to do, you know what I'm saying? She's almost got like good rapport.
Right.
In a sense, you know what I'm saying? So when you talk about this type of situation as far as initiation, you was talking about before, if I can indulge, that it didn't happen here in South Bend.
No, it was in the city.
Can you indulge a little bit on that and see?
Slightly, you know what I'm saying? I was jumped in, back then when it still was, and they still now to this day, I guess. But at that point, females were, they was busting down with the niggas, you know what I'm saying, to get in to whatever, you know what I mean? And that wasn't what I was on.
Blast fucking, I've heard a bunch of shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't on that. My brother was in prison at the time, so you know what I'm saying, I couldn't get a direct blessing from him. So, with family or whatever, you know what I mean, up there and went in like that, you know what I'm saying? And then just, got to putting in a little, you know what I'm saying, that little young, think you get to it, you think you putting in work, but like, sliding as you assigned to,
Now, as you got older into the game of that type of life, if you can indulge, you know what I'm saying, if you can remember a time where you knew it was real, like real, like a situation that might have happened or something that was maybe happened close to you or something around you. If you have any stories like that, I'd love to hear them, because I think it's a tale that can help not only people that's possibly in a situation or thinking about getting in a situation, but they need to know that this ain't the fucking internet.
Yeah.
This ain't fucking views, this ain't likes, this is real life shit that happens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've seen people literally lose their life over situations like this. So if it can help a young person, like I said, us as people, we go through our own shit. Yeah. And if we got the opportunity to make it out halfway scathed, why not lend a word to possibly help a younger person or somebody else out there in the situation, you know what I'm saying, in life. So if you can indulge on a story that hit close home to you, where you knew that, man, this shit's fucking real, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't just hanging with the bros type shit. This is actually on some real shit.
Yeah. I would say the first thought that comes to mind is like losing one of my cousins in Milwaukee. I remember my mom, we went up there for the funeral and stuff, and he was affiliated heavy, you know what I'm saying, and like a leader in his area, you know what I'm saying, in they hood up there, and like my cousin was slaughtered, you know what I'm saying, it was that kind of thing, like slaughtered on the porch, on the block, you know what I'm saying, kind of situation, and like they were saying this guys was there, you know what I'm saying, people was around, folks were scared, they didn't know what to do, you know, whatever, and I was so confused as if, why it happened to him when you was with
everybody
you know
else.
what I'm saying? Everybody else,
man.
and why only you? And, you know, just all those different questions that you have. And so that was when, you know, the reality set in that, you know, you think you unstoppable. Okay, no matter what title they put on you, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Like, you know, I mean, I believe in predestination. So, of course, when we're supposed to go, we're going to leave. But at the same time, you know, when you allow yourself to get too wrapped up in the situation, you know what I'm saying? And then reality hits and you get sloppy, you get too comfortable, you know, you are trusting and dependent on the wrong people. You know what I'm saying?
You said, yo.
Way too comfortable
Way
with
too
it,
comfortable.
you know, loose and wild in the streets. Everybody know your face, your name, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like,
what you doing?
You know, and everybody look at a situation it's like, oh, I'd never do that. You know, they'd never catch me like that. But
no, they do.
I mean, it can happen, you know, just to anyone, you know what I mean? But hopefully you look at each situation and you learn. And so that was one of the first times for me when, you know what I'm saying, I just had to learn on that side as far as like with the guys, with the hoods, you know what I'm saying? Man. Like, hold up, you know, that it's really, because you would think like, oh, okay, maybe, you know what I'm saying, some small time, you know, or the enforcer, because that's what you're doing, what you know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. But then when somebody just goes straight for the top, just, hey, they cut that snake head off, you know what I'm saying? And it was sad and it was an awakening, you know what I'm saying, of like how to move different, trust but not trusting, you know what I'm saying, man. And all those kind of things, man. You know. So
as you went through the life of the gang situation, the hustling situation, being accepted as a real fucking person, you know what I'm saying, from peoples that matter in the game, you know what I'm saying, when did music come into play?
You know, I always loved music. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Damn right.
Is, you know, they were everything.
That's
like I prayed for them. Every night for like all of my teenage years.
That's
you know
love,
what I'm saying?
Man.
Like
that's
how you
love.
pray for your mom and
Shout
dad.
Out
Then
Busy,
I'm like,
man.
I swear.
That's
and
love.
Flesh, he like one of the realest ones. But then like just as far as myself performing and I mean just, you know, writing and things like that, I wrote my first verse when I met my husband.
Okay.
And he was already into music. He had already had like a record deal, you know, had started producing, writing, singing, rapping. Like he was all into it. And so, you know how it go when you know, you just
in the mode.
Enamored, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, what you doing? I want to do everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know if I can rap or not. I don't know. And I will never forget, it was me, him, his cousin Egon, rest in peace. That's how we met.
Rest in peace.
And his cousin Jason. And he was playing some of his beats. And I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to write this first. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see what happened. And I wrote it and I spit it for them. And the reaction
crazy
is a high I'm chasing and why I'm still sitting here right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it was so crazy the way they reacted. And I'm like, oh, y'all capping, you know, but they was really like, what you just say? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay.
That shit don't surprise me either.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
From there it went on.
Yeah. So when you started getting into music heavily and because I seen you come on, you came through like a rocket, yo. Like you really did, man. And you start doing shows, I start seeing you more. When did you know that, yo, this is something that we can really indulge in and this is something we can really do? Like, how was the people's reactions when you would go on stage and you would do what you do?
When I first started performing, man, it was so long ago. Like, I don't know, the reactions would always be kind of that mixed, you know what I'm saying? Like the kind of faces like, what? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I know how to get a crowd hype. You know, I've always been like, you know, blessed to have that slightly, you know what I mean? But I felt like I had to pull people in as well. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I started out twisting crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was competing with Twister in my own little mind. Like, you don't even know. Shout out Twister.
Shout out Twister, man. Shout out.
So the initial speed of everything, people love to hear it, but then when you see it in real life, you know what I'm saying, they didn't know how to take me.
True. And so, what the females react? Man, they loved you, yo.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess,
man, they showed love back. I seen it, man.
They did show love. Yup. It was back, you know, it's crazy back then, more of the dudes. I think I was competition. You know what I'm saying? So more of the dudes were always weird with me, but the crowd
you would
reaction.
Kill them motherfuckers too, yo.
The crowd reaction was always cool though. And that's, like I said, always what I was chasing. Yeah. And so it just got to the point, I don't remember the very first show, but it was just like a spree of maybe, you know what I mean? It was a blur of shows and a blur of a lot going on. And it was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I could this is it. You know what I'm saying? I could do this. And it wasn't really nothing, a lot of other things you want to do. But I was like, no, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like God-given talent, you know, I felt like. And
very true. Do you remember the PNA days?
Of course I do. Of course. As we sit here talking about it, it's all running through my head. What do you mean, Mike Jones?
I remember the Mike Jones.
I remember the Mike Jones. Come on, man. He tried to take me with him.
Did he?
Man.
Mike? Come on, Mike.
They like, go get in the limo to the back door.
Nobody got your number no more,
Come on, Mike. What'd he say? Mike. Who?
Yeah, who?
Shout out to him wherever he at in the world. But yeah, and I'm like, no, I said some of the other babes. I'm like, they ain't me. I'm an artist. Like I'm like you, nigga. I'm rapping. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to talk to you about some business. He's like, no, come back, just go get in the limo.
That motherfucker's crazy, yeah.
No, dude. Like, yeah, that's how he.
I know he was cold as shit.
That was
too,
my first experience with some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm like, damn. And I mean, seeing the girls who were really like about to go out there. They went to that. They was out there in that limo, okay, and it was up. And I'm like, man, y'all gotta be crazy.
Well, when he came through, it was kind of like at his joint. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Of course.
Yeah, man.
But no, thank you.
No, I don't fucking blame you.
For me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous.
See, the thing I think is remarkable about you is you are a female, of course. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you the homie, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Putting in work, doing what you're doing musically and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just always a great thing to see. Just you rock, yo.
Thank you.
I'm being honest about that shit, yo. Because I watch everything, man. I always do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you was definitely one of the ones that stood out the most, I could say. And I'm saying it publicly, and I've never told you this before, but this is the truth. I always say there's two people that I always liked to watch perform. And that was Money Love.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Yes, that's my dog.
And yourself.
Oh,
because
really?
because it was just a different energy.
Yeah.
And what I love the most is other people's reactions, reacting to y'all.
Yeah.
Like that shit was epic, yo.
Right.
Because sometimes they be chilling in the cut and then they hear you and they be like, what the
fuck?
What's
she doing?
And they go up in there and be like, go ahead, girl. You can hear her.
Yeah,
you know, like, man, that's what's up. But the PNA was the shit. Shout out to Swole, man.
Shout out to Swole, okay? Shit, I got to call bro in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
There'll never be times like that again.
Never again.
Never.
Ever,
You remember that
man,
shit.
I could tell right now as you saying it, I could see all of different events. The night, shout out DJ Q. You remember he used to come on now.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying?
That was my DJ for like a whole summer, man.
Shoot, man, we was fighting in the PNA. We was going crazy.
You remember
in the PNA.
Gerald Martin would be in there too.
Yeah,
he's October London outside the Snoop.
October London.
But he was in the mix a little bit too.
Started back in the PNA before First Fam.
Before everything.
Before First Fam, he was there. You right? Because what you said his name was?
He opened up for us.
What was his name?
Or it was Gerald Martin.
It sure was.
Gerald
you
Martin.
are right.
That's the truth. Shout out to him.
Damn,
October.
shout out to you, October.
That's where the bang bang came from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Was the PNA.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And that motherfucker used to be jumping.
Man, the PNA was a blessing to so many of us. We had some great times, great shows. You know what I mean? I was so sad when they tore it down. I hated that. I felt like it should have been some movement with the artists to be able to buy it or something, but they wasn't trying to mess with us.
Them
like
peoples,
that.
Yo.
They only wanted the Polish people.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't want any of us.
See, that's
over
what people didn't realize. It was literally, I think, Polish National Association,
flat out. They didn't even want us partying there. Period.
We had that motherfucker.
Come on, man. Listen, like, I could just see it right now.
I missed the PNA. You never wanted to leave because you might miss something.
No, man.
And you always wanted to be there every fucking weekend.
God, me and D-Lo sat there at the bar one day. No, you were there. Remember, we drunk all of them double shots of tequila.
In the game.
Remember, we was fucked up.
Yeah,
I don't know. And I think
that had to be my
I didn't know
too.
How I came home. Dead ass. I was just home. I just remember being at the bar and I'm like, I was with Gotti Got Things and D-Lo. We was drinking all this fucking tequila and I just woke up home and I'm like, thank you, Lord, because I don't know how.
I still, to this day, I get the little itch and I think about the PNA, man. Yeah. And I think about all the ones that came in there and was rocking and shit. Yeah,
I got so many pictures and so much footage from there. Yes.
Do you?
Yes, dead ass.
Man, I got to see some shit.
Yeah, I do, I swear.
I got some shit too.
Yeah, I got some stuff.
I got a picture of you grabbing my shirt.
Oh, wow, why?
I don't know. I was on stage, I was rocking. You was on stage, you was grabbing my shirt.
What?
I swear to God.
I got to see it.
I got the
to
picture.
Caption that. Yeah, you got to see. That's crazy. Why would I be grabbing your shirt?
I don't know, man. But you remember them shows, though.
I remember every one almost.
I wish we could take some of these people that are rocking and doing their thing nowadays and take them back to the PNA. Like I really do, because I think they would just be like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, yeah.
You had to really put on a show.
You had to put, as big as it was, first of all. You know what I mean? And then when it was in the climax, though, that motherfucker used to be packed. So you had a crowd every time. Yeah. And South Bend shit, if they ain't feeling you, they'll get up and go to the bathroom.
Without
they'll
a doubt,
this time to order drinks. Let's go to the car.
I've always said, I look at South Bend almost like a New York mentality.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you can make it here, you can fucking make it anywhere.
Definitely.
Because South Bend, they don't, you know what I'm saying? I remember getting off stage and motherfuckers with them gold teeth and them dreads be like, good shit, little motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey, man, appreciate it. And that's all. If you got that, shit.
Yeah. I swear, because me, man, that bitch was, bitch, you did that shit. I just had to adapt. Like, okay, you can't cuss everybody out. It's a good bitch. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good bitch. Yeah, no, I miss some times, man.
Yes.
I do. I had to reminisce a little bit for that.
I swear, because the PNA used to be live.
That was my shit,
and
man.
that was kind of like, that was the beginning.
There was.
Of performing almost for all of us. Like, you know what I mean? Just getting technique down and delivery and stuff like that. Like, I know especially for Cutthroat. Yeah. That was, you know what I'm saying, like some of our beginning times, for real.
I love the
That's
PNA,
crazy.
man.
Yeah,
y'all
I love
used to kill
too.
that shit too,
y'all,
man.
Thank you. You know y'all did every time. Come on now. You've been coming professional. Come on now, man. You've been going crazy. I'll never forget the first time I see you. I was like, are you serious?
Was that the
and
PNA?
It was at the PNA. And first, I didn't know if you were white or Mexican or black or what.
Yeah.
Until you start saying something in Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I think I grabbed them. I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying?
And the rest of the crowd, it'd be like splash.
Yeah, I swear.
I used to love the PNA. The females used to show love and shit, man. Because obviously, you know what I'm saying? That's what I always thought was dope. Like we were surrounded by like gangster music type shit. Mm-hmm. I didn't even rock like that. Yeah, if you remember,
I remember. Yeah, you did. That's what always made you stand out because you always had a hot ass R&B hook. I don't care who was rapping about what. If D-Lo came in rapping whatever, you always stayed singing and with a hot ass hook. I remember that for sure.
And they love that shit, man.
Still to this day.
Hell yeah. Oh, I got some shit. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why haven't we?
It's there. I don't fucking know.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Right here on the concrete.
You know what I'm saying?
On the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out. Why you ain't put Lady Resin on the track? I want it. Come on.
I never asked you before?
No.
Seriously? Maybe I was intimidated. Maybe,
man.
She kills shit, yo.
Come on.
We need to get one in.
We got to.
It's more therapeutic for me now because the movie situation I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? That shit takes my fucking time.
I could imagine.
Oh, my God. And just not even so much as filming and stuff, but the business side of it is fucking nuts, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely... We need to get one in.
Yeah.
Call Paul and shit. Go to Paul. I like Paul shit. I don't know if y'all got a spot. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, because ENT always has a studio. Longest running studio in the history.
That's what's up. No, I ain't even know.
Yes, sir.
I usually go to Paul. Paul hooked me up and shit.
You know, I'm Everlasting, the super producer. You know what I mean? We got over 2,000 original beats. Sound amazing. Master mix professional. Sure. Yeah.
No, we should get one in. I need to get one in.
And so then what about your soundtracks for the movie?
It's done.
No, but I'm saying as with being involved in your movies.
Oh, come on now, girl.
Come on
I did 5 of them joints myself.
The soundtrack? Or produced. The songs on the soundtrack?
Hell yeah.
Okay, are you put it all together as well? Hand chosen?
Hell yeah.
See, another question. So why was I not?
Okay. You should have been.
It's okay.
You should have been.
It's all right.
You know what? Because the type of vibe that I was going for, what I was looking for at the time that I needed was more of a softer type of side and to an extent.
I got soft stuff.
You got some shit?
See, that's what's wrong, y'all.
Man, you be killing.
Don't nobody get in the catalog. Y'all got to get in the catalog. No, man, I have love.
You got some love?
I have, you know what I'm saying, EDM music. I got everything but country.
Check me out. I'll make it public right now. It's recorded on motherfucking 3 cameras. In the sequel, I got you.
Bad.
And I'd love to have you in the joint too.
Well, I've been waiting on that.
I'm serious about that shit.
It had been mentioned to me a few times here and there, and I thought I had a name and an assignment, and so I was practicing, and y'all don't even know, like I was getting ready and shit.
I already know. You
dead ass. I'm like, man, because I'm coming in professional as fuck. I'm finna take, you know what I'm saying?
Damn right, as you should.
My character was not gonna die at the end of the movie.
No,
okay?
Hell, set it off like a motherfucker. Ain't happening. You Jada Pinkett.
Period. Okay. Put me on the bus.
Put me on the bus. No, I feel you. I love exactly what you've been doing. Mm-hmm. I love exactly how you've been doing it.
Well, thank you.
In my opinion, definitely South Bend fucking queen.
I appreciate it,
when it comes to this shit. Like I said before, I mean that shit wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Like if I think of an artist or I think of a female artist in a whole. Mm-hmm. You got to be in the mix. Yeah. That's just what it is,
man.
I
appreciate it.
And ain't no female fucking with you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm going to tell you the fucking truth.
Thank you so much.
And this is coming from somebody that's been in the fucking game, you know what I'm saying? ain't nobody fucking with you.
It means more than you know. I thank you so much.
It's the fucking truth, yo.
I appreciate it.
That's the fucking truth. Because I've seen it like almost like the Phoenix, man.
Really?
I seen you pop. Like I seen it happen. You know what I'm saying?
I came from under them ashes. I'm still fighting my way through.
You just start killing shit. And then I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This is different. And man, I just love to watch it.
Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. I mean, you really don't know. Like my heart is just overflowing. This is the problem with a lot of places, especially the Ben, is at times I feel like, in my opinion, somebody ain't really whole with themselves to actually give somebody else some type of flowers. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Because it needs to be done.
Yeah.
Like it has to be done.
Do you know the first time in the club that I had heard people like the Queen, Lady Resin?
Damn right.
It was dudes like, man.
Oh, hell
she the queen.
Already.
And I'm like, bitch, you want to be the queen? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see if they called me the king like that. You a whole man. Yeah. And you feel away because they, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, well,
have you ever thought that maybe you was, this is a great question. Maybe like not put in certain showcases, certain shows or situation by people because not maybe necessarily that you're a female, that you be killing shit so crazy that they don't want that around them because it might take a little bit of theirs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then it's always when the people who are friends together on this show. Yeah. And then in a couple months from now when y'all fall out. Yeah. And then like you want to come to Cutthroat to record your song because you don't get along with them. Okay. Then you want to say, man, because let me tell y'all that when we did the show over there, they didn't even want y'all down there. You know what I'm saying? All of the stories, all you know, the South Bend, all this shit I end up cycling to me anyway.
I always thought that though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you kill shit.
In the beginning, remember when I first started out, like I didn't find out until years later that it was shows. Remember, it was so many shows, I was the only female. Yeah, oh yeah. And I'm like, well, damn, why they won't put? Yeah. And then it was like purposefully. I found out later on that they didn't want to put me and blah, blah on the same show together at the same thing. You know, and I'm like, well, damn.
Because you kill shit.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking on that level because I'm like, damn, that's petty, you know, whatever. Yeah. But I guess musically, you know what I'm saying, if it's, you know.
You up with it, yo. And it's been stuck.
Thank you.
Like I can see the intimidation from putting you on shows and shit. Yeah. No bullshit. Yeah. Because I've seen that shit.
And it still happens to this day.
But I love the route that you, oh, hell yeah. Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
Because you kill shit, I'm telling you. You know. But I like the route that you took because not only did you get into, obviously, probably experiencing that and seeing that, you start doing your own.
Yeah. Definitely.
Your own shows. Yeah. And your own situations.
Period. Yeah.
With the label Cutthroat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We were more on, shout out my bro, OBK Trig, cut out the middleman. You know what I'm saying?
Dog. That's my dog.
Everything that we could do on our own, we do. You know, and especially back when the label initially started, it was my husband, Everlasting, Indiana Fats, Sick With It, rest in peace, his soul. Those are the three founding fathers of the label. And we became a label, you know, just more of just like the artists. We like, you know what I'm saying, we from rock, whatever. Yeah. And we were paying for studio time back then, and it was ass. Yeah. I mean,
you remember back in the day?
Like, listen, we was paying, and then back then.
I was paying $65 an hour at 15.
Come on now, it was ridiculous. $40, $50 an hour, and we come home and can't listen to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Sound like bullshit. Damn, next time I'm trying to go back, you packing up, moving and shit, so I can't get back in here. I can't get my music and shit. We was like, yo, we could do this on our own. True. And so Everlasting already had been, you know, producing, making beats, engineering and things like that. So shit, you the producer, you the super producer, and like he taught himself everything, self-taught everything, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. So he started making the beats. We put together, you know, the first little rickety studio. You know how everybody had your first little ghetto one and shit. And we started recording that shit. And we was like, we can do this on our own. And
that's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see that. Because in the end, when you think about it, a lot of people, they worry about, well, who can put me on or who can I vibe with or rock with to get some type. You don't need fucking anybody, man.
I never wanted anybody to ever say that we owed them anything. Nah. And I mean, you know, it's not like we're ungrateful and, you know, we appreciate any assistance or whatever. But I was just like, anybody never going to be like, oh, I gave Cutthroat this or I had to do this and this. Like, nah, whatever we got on our own. Whatever the fuck we don't got, we ain't got on our own and we'll get it one day, you know, kind of thing.
And you definitely would, these probably, maybe I could say, some of these same people that maybe didn't want you in the mix because you kill shit, you probably, when you start doing your own thing, you would get them on.
Yes. Yes. They've been on my show.
You seeing them?
They waiting on the show, on the next one right now. They waiting on the next one right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but shout out to all of the artists. Shout out to the city, you know.
And who's somebody in the city that you maybe got your eye on, or somebody that you feel like is rocking, is doing what they doing? You know what I'm saying? As far as musically, any of the new people you might know of or heard of or anything like that?
I mean, well, of course, the people I feel like that are up next, up and running are first and foremost Cutthroat ENT LLC artists.
Baby.
So,
hell yeah.
Trey the Real, aka YBG Trey.
Nice.
His album project will be dropping at the beginning of the year.
Nice.
Young Bull
First
Volume
quarter.
1. You know what I'm saying? First quarter. Also our artist Boss Hog. He'll be dropping. He's an R&B / hip hop artist. So you know what I'm saying? There's R&B. The pen crazy. The R&B is nuts. When I say
I gotta hear it.
Lord, let us hear. You know what I'm saying? Like we kicking in the beginning of the year.
Definitely,
you know, we ain't playing. So Boss Hog, YBG Trey, Numb Everlasting is releasing his project. You know what I'm saying? At the top of the year, got an amazing single as well that's coming. And then just as far as outside of the camp, I mean, you know, it's all love with everybody. I would be capping to sit here like any specific, you know,
stand out.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't so much stand out. Everybody stand out. I'm sure they great. I just kind of been in my
situation.
I just kind of been in my own little world and bubble. So I can't tell you, you know, if you don't come fuck with me like that on that type of level, I really can't say. Now, as far as my comrades who stay with it, you know what I'm saying? Jalu Faye. Shout out Jalu Faye. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
She got new music on the way.
She's nice.
Lil bro, Blue Casey. You know what I'm saying? You know, he stayed with something, you know.
He been nice since he was 8.
Come on, man. He was like 2. You know what I mean? Like we were there. You know, we recorded his very first song when he was 6.
Nice.
Yes. Beefing with a little boy in school.
Come on, Blue. Shit ain't changed. Why shit ain't changed?
Listen.
Come on, Blue.
We was like, what? He came in, he was like, he said the little boy name. He was like, something, nigga. You a trick, nigga. Something, fill you up with the whole clip. I was like, wait. I called his mom. I'm like, hey. Mama know Lee over tripping. I'm like, no, he can't record this, but
shit ain't changed, that motherfucker.
Still to this day, so shout out Blue.
Yo, I did a show with good music artist, Kanye's best friend at the time, Really Doe at the Century Center. And I always tell Blue this story and shit. Yeah, Doe.
Yeah.
They brought his sister, he told me his sister, he brought Blue to me when Blue was a little kid. I mean, he had to be like around that time.
Yeah.
He was a little kid.
Yep.
Bars
going crazy.
Bars.
You hear me going crazy. Like
I was like, what the fuck?
He under the Cutthroat umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Always have been. You know what I'm saying? That's family. That's my little brother. You know, Blue, love him to death. Yeah.
And what do you feel like as the hip hop scene, if you can interpret then to now, what would be your difference?
Oh, wait.
That's a great question.
Let me see.
I'm putting you on the spot.
What then? Then when?
Like, what do you think is the difference, in your opinion? What's the difference between then and now? Like, from when we first started jumping to now, what would you think is the change or the difference?
I would say for sure, I think more... First and foremost, just the structure of the city is different. So we had more venues.
We did.
Way more venues than these people have. You know what I'm saying? To mess with. And then I feel like we were more on like music bring us together. The camaraderie of it. You know what I'm saying? Like when we did shows, you know, we became like the frat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all of us just together, we rocked it out. You know what I'm saying? I swear, you know.
That's
so now I see kind of the dissension between, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of clicked up, whatever. And I look at the cliques and it's like, y'all so stupid because if bro got bro or if woo, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all be phenomenal, but it's a lot of, you know, so I've always been a popularity contest.
True.
Talent never mattered.
Never.
None of that shit ever mattered. It's about popularity contests and who ass you kiss and who whatever. You know what I'm saying? Which is why, you know, we've been under the radar as we do because, you know what I'm saying, we ain't running with that. So you see a lot of that going on right now. You know what I mean? Just
definitely.
It was
like you said, it was more like we all showed love.
Every time we supported each other.
We did.
Period. You know?
I gotta give you some fly. This is a real motherfucking woman right here, yo.
Well,
like,
thank you.
On some real, because you did something a while back ago.
What's that?
That I'll never forget. Like, you put up a post and you had about 30 local CDs.
Oh, yeah.
That you had either purchased or somebody's gave you throughout the years from back in the day.
Yeah.
Like real shit.
And I still have them. I still have them, and I just add to them as you know.
That shit was cool. That was like flowers beyond flowers.
Thank you.
Yo.
That's what's up. I still have because I got everybody's shit. Because I mean, we were so dope, and we still are. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of talent where like it's sad to me. It saddens me with some of them when you see and it's like, oh, you stop.
You see them come and go.
Man, they come and go. You know what I mean?
See them come and
it's
go.
a lot of them that be like, you still spitting like Resin, you still, and it's like, yeah, and I be looking like, you not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Like I remember Fofo Cannon, rest in peace, my
rest
dog.
Peace,
so
Fofo,
you know what I'm saying?
Cold
We said like years before he had passed. He like, man, because he loved calling me Judy, you know, Big Booty Judy. So he like, Judy, ever since I made that song. Judy, man, we've been doing this so long. What else we gonna do?
Yeah.
He like, shit, I ain't doing nothing else. He like, fuck that. He like, what I'm finna do? Go be a what? You know what I mean? Like, this is it. Like, this is what I'm doing.
He
you
was
know?
cold too, man.
Yeah, bro was
He
bananas.
was one of them,
that
man.
was so devastating. Still hard to, believe he gone. That's
I agree.
sad,
He was a real one, man. Me and him got along great, man.
We did too. That was my dog, yo.
He was a good dude, man.
And he fought to get his respect. You know what I mean? And so that's what else made you like super respecting.
You know what? I wouldn't even say fought. I'm saying he took.
Definitely took. Say that. That's the word. Because you remember when he was loose cannon?
Yeah,
and then they wasn't fucking with him like that for real. And then he had to stomp down on them niggas and shit. Yeah, then he became fofo.
But man, when he did that LeBron and Kobe was stuck, come on, man.
Shout out Stucky Boy.
Shout out Stucky Boy, man.
Yeah.
Mo Shine motherfucking alum,
Hell
baby.
yeah, what was that? Ball team.
Ball team.
Yeah,
Ball
team, yo.
So much talent, man.
Man, South Bend, I'm telling you, we have so much talent.
I agree.
And it stay growing and it stay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
It's sad that no one has, popped off like they should from here.
We've had a couple of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
who?
October, he got signed, you know what I'm saying? He's with Snoop and them right now and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's rocking, doing his thing. I mean, we all had our own little success nationally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was fucking with Convict for a long time, writing music and shit. Comaine did some shit. I'll always love Comaine.
Yeah.
Y'all never did nothing?
Man, never.
Yo.
No.
You and Cole would be crazy.
Matter of fact, no. Did Coleman get on the Midwest Choppers that we
I
did?
think so.
Yeah, so that's what we own together.
That shit is crazy.
And you know what? I don't even think I have that. I don't know if I
Really?
even have the finished version.
I got music I wish I still had.
Man, I was just talking to Black Magic. Shout out Black Magic.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Black Magic earlier today, and he tagged me in a song that like me, him, and Benzo did. But I don't remember the song. I was like, am I on this song? He was like, man, you was the anchor. I'm like, dude, I don't know.
You was the anchor.
I said, if you find the song, send it to me because I don't even know what I said.
That's love, man. Well, I got some things I want to do with you right now.
Okay.
Concrete conversation. I'm going to say some sayings.
Okay.
And I want you to say this some rapid fire shit.
Okay.
First thing came to mind, you just blurt that shit out and do you. I wanted to get a couple in you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's go with the first one. North Side.
Huey Street.
All right. Women in hip hop.
Lady Resin.
That's a good one too. I actually got questions from people. Mo Shine Records.
Mo Shine Records got things to deal with. And also though,
Ghost was in there too.
Ghost, but then no, say his name. The man who started it, or
it was actually Ghost, but Dot was in it too.
What is the white dude's name?
The white Cole was in it. Ghost.
No.
Lucas.
It'll come to me. It's somebody from Mo Shine that we ain't remembering who always used to like.
I name them for you.
Name them. Tell me, because what do
Ghost with the most. D-Lo Flex.
Oh, Ghost with the most.
Yeah,
Wait, okay.
Ghost.
Yeah. Ghost with the most.
Shit, we had Dot.
Ghost with the most. D-Lo Flex. Was Lyric? Was that girl Lyric?
Nah,
with y'all?
we had Dime Piece.
Oh, Dime Piece is her name. Dime Piece. What happened to her?
She's still around working and shit.
Really?
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, she's still around.
Didn't she go to Utmost?
I don't know.
I think they had
Cold with it though.
Too. Yeah.
But we had Dime Piece. We had fucking Money P. You remember Money P?
Yeah.
Money P was cold. We had Stucky Boy, Coleman.
Yo.
And we had Click 47 and Infrared, baby.
Mo Shine was.
Come on now.
Mo Shine was going crazy.
Fucking dream team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got a couple more for you.
Okay.
Music business.
Hard.
Fucking ain't right. Family.
The Littles.
Loyalty.
Cutthroat.
Marriage life.
No.
South Bend hip hop scene.
Hard.
Lady Resin or Smoke G.
Smoke G.
Killing these. Tupac or Biggie.
Tupac.
I fuck with you. Children.
4.
If you could sit down with one person and one person only, dead or alive, to have a conversation with for 30 minutes, who would it be?
Jesus, that's crazy.
Come
you
on
said
now.
That. Now that question.
Come on now.
Wow. Ooh-wee. Now that's deep. That was crazy that you said that. Because now, honestly, dead or alive.
One conversation, dead or alive, 30 minutes. That's all you get.
First word that just came out my mouth, Jesus.
Jesus? You want to talk to Jesus?
Yes, I would.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
That's what's up, man.
Honestly, it might sound crazy, but I would want to talk to God.
We're going to clap it up for Lady Resin on that shit, because you don't hear that. That's what's up, man.
The facts. Like, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know love. Like, come on now.
That's crazy love.
I don't know.
All right, I got the last one.
Okay.
Concrete conversations.
Love it.
That's what's up.
Love it.
Lady Resin, it's been a pleasure.
This has been amazing.
It's been an honor.
Thank you so much.
Anytime you got something new popping off, you more fucking welcome.
Okay.
Like I said, this is the queen of fucking South Bend fucking hip hop. I guarantee you. She kills shit. Definitely needs to get her flowers. She's definitely a local fucking legend in my eyes and a lot of people other eyes too. Well, and you deserve everything that you get good.
Yeah, well, while I'm here, let me give you your flowers. Hold on, I need about 30 seconds. Humble. Let me give you your flowers because you have, like you said, we came from way in the beginning together. So to see you here now and taking your whole concrete concept, you know what I mean? And just making that whole umbrella of it, the roles, the conversation. Can't wait to see what's next. Can't wait to be a part of you as you build, you know what I'm saying, and grow. But no, shout out to you for, you know what I mean, all your successes and for reaching back out to the city and to the artists, you know what I mean, allowing us to be a part of everything you got going on.
You got to.
I appreciate that so much. And then just as far as myself, if I could plug anybody, go to the website Cutthroat ENT LLC to download all of our music, all of our merch. We got hats, hoodies, jewelries, beanies, all the clothes.
She gave me a shirt too. Shout out to
bro, one of the team, Lady Resin, Tanks.
Man. I'm gonna rock that too. Yeah.
Make sure y'all stay tuned. New music on the way. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. Just search Lady Resin. Give me them links too.
Give me them links.
Yeah, I'll send you all of the links. Yup. And again, it's Cutthroat ENT LLC. You know,
I love
and we up next. Thank you so much.
I love your story. It's amazing from you coming from where you came from, what you've been through as a child, as a young woman, and dealing with the game. Because like I said before, a lot of people don't get through to the next level like we did.
Right.
And I mean that.
And it's a blessing and I'm thankful.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to do a part 2.
We should. We're going
to do a part 2.
You comfortable now?
I'm comfortable now, so we're going to have to do a part 2 here. Okay. And then you're going to come rock with me when I start mine.
I got you.
Chopping it with the cuts. Chopping it with the cuts. You going to sit down with me?
And I'm raw with it.
That's what's up. Yeah, I ain't going to hold you. We going to turn up. This is lovely. But that's why I said we need a part 2 where we can like let our hair down a little bit more.
I got some hair too. I'll throw it down. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
You and I checked out Concrete Conversations. I'm your host, John Villanueva. You done tuned into the motherfucking show, Smoke G, Lady Resin, and we out of here like we stole something. I got 1,000 stories I can tell you, but 1,000,000 stories I cannot. These are the stories that I can tell you from the people that made it out. Real stories, real people, real talk. Concrete Conversation.